r/ask Reddit. What do you miss about high school? Seeing friends every single day. You try to stay in touch as much as possible, but I certainly underestimated how hard that is. It's very strange to see one of your best friends at a Super Bowl party and realize the last time you hung out was the last Super Bowl party. This happens to me with Terry Bradshaw. We hang out every Super Bowl Sunday, of course. He's always at the game while I'm at home watching on TV. Also, I don't think he knows I exist. It's a rather distant friendship. I miss the freedom I felt hanging out with my friends and how excited I could be over nothing, meaning we may just be riding around or stopping at Wendy's for a Frosty. Everything brought me happiness. I miss the specific type of freedom and joy I got from those moments. I also miss my mom and how safe, comfortable, and easy life was, even when it wasn't. Somehow, even in the toughest of times, mom made everything better. This made me call my mom. Edit. Wow, this blew up. The highest honor a comment can receive. D. No bills. I had a few in my school. They preferred Billy though. Hey dad. I miss being able to laugh and joke during class, without a care in the world. Seriously the best. Those times you just crack up during class. Now in uni, having those times when you laugh good in class are rare. Last semester of my degree was full of laughter. Class sizes were small. We had all made it through hell, and the professors knew it. My body. I want to be the fat that teenage me thought was fat. What's stopping you? Change your diet and get 30 minutes of exercise a day and you're off to a good start. Getting to see all my friends day in and day out. Now we're all scattered across the globe and we catch up maybe once a year because work has us all busy. Those desks where the chair was attached. I could crack my back so good with those things. I miss being able to do that regularly. Now when I try to crack my back on a chair I just end up pulling something. Get one of those foam rollers. It requires being able to lay on the floor, but worth it to be able to massage your back and pop it. Also take up yoga if your back and joints are bothering you. A lot of everyday soreness is because of insufficient exercise, lack of stretching, and dehydration. Even learning how to the basic sun salutation can really help with soreness. Well, I wasn't paralyzed then, so that probably. I think that takes the cake. He can't. He's paralyzed. A friend of mine named John. Guy had a hard life. His real dad used to experiment drugs on him. He was 18 years old and homeless as a senior as his stepdad kicked him out. Moved to Idaho to stay with his brother for a few months. Came back to help take care of his grandpa who unfortunately passed away soon after. He taught me to be confident in myself. I was so girl shy, very anxious doing public speaking, and thought I was ugly. He was very confident. All the girls loved him for being a bad boy. IDK how, but we clicked in a very romantic way. Sometimes he would come over and we would just sit on the sidewalk, talk for hours and staring into space thinking we'd make it big and talk about going on double dates with our future wives. He would tell me to respect myself. He was there for me after my first breakup. I would let him use my phone so he could text girls since he didn't have a cell phone. We were a very odd friendship. I moved out of town for college. He was hard to get a hold of since he didn't have a cell phone unless he had a prepaid one. Here and there he would drop a hello and we promised we'd hang out when I came back from college. I didn't move back home since I got a job out of town and got caught up in my own life. We never did get the chance to hang out. He passed away. His family wouldn't respond as to what happened. Died on his 25th birthday. I'm sorry, John. I miss our talks. I'm sorry for your loss. I hope you don't blame yourself for getting caught up in your own life. It sounds like he was a pretty cool guy. I'd bet he was proud that his buddy moved on and wasn't going the way of his bio dad and was being productive. I bet he was happy for Op. I'm happy that they had each other, even for a little. Absolutely nothing. My life has only improved since I graduated. Couldn't pay me to go back. With ya bro. I didn't even have a bad high school experience and I agree. There's nothing you could offer me to trade for the control over my life, income, freedom, etc. that comes with growing up. Honestly feel bad for all the people who end up looking back and missing high school of all things. It was so easy. I had a car my parents paid for. Zero bills. All the money I made was personal spending money. I had a constant group of friends to hang out with and went to school in one of the best areas of the city with tons of shops within walking distance. I was a privileged upper middle class kid and everything was ridiculously easy. High school was great. Kids like me, not even remotely wealthy, hated kids like you. But back then I hated everyone in some kind of way. Angst, you know. Being dirt poor but going to a middle to upper class high school is probably one of the worst mental experiences a teen can go through. Even if you aren't bullied or anything like that. Just hearing your friends talk about things like, oh, I broke my phone yesterday but I'm getting a new one tomorrow, or I'm getting that new thing that costs $100+ is torture. Having a job but no real bills. Spending all that cash on food and games was the shit. The feeling when you had a job and made money, even little, and your friends did not, it was so freeing, especially in high school. That Friday feeling during the fall, like you knew good times were gonna be had on this evening night. I think the thing I miss most is that feeling that goes through your entire body and soul when you see that pretty girl for the first time and she smiles at you and you just know that you two are going to have some great times together. I miss that feeling of having such a crush on her that even just knowing you might run into her tonight is enough to get you feeling like electricity in the air just before a big thunderstorm. I thought the link would be a picture of the daisy chain. I think that was the most beautiful thing I've read. Thank you for bringing back old feelings I had almost forgotten. Not having many responsibilities. I feel more free now. Yes, there are jobs to do and bills to pay, but I'm in control. If I don't want to do something, no one can make me. If I want to stick a cucumber up my ass, my parents have little control over it. I'm not sure what kind of house you grew up in, but sticking a cucumber up my ass was something my parents have always had little control over. Social media consisted mostly of AIM, no Facebook, and MySpace wasn't very popular yet. Also, cell phones were a rarity. I really miss not being expected to be instantly reachable at any time. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate the hell out of my pocket computer, but that aspect I do miss. No one ever wants to reach me so. High school girls, alright. Don't worry, they stay the same age. No, you're joking, but it really was easier in school to find a girlfriend boyfriend because you see the same people every day. No need to go talk to some stranger. Seeing my best friend, I always had at least one class with her. She committed suicide the summer before my sophomore year of college. She had so many plans for her future. She was my biggest supporter. She always believed in me. It's been 2 years since the night I found out, but I can't remember a day in these last 2 years I haven't thought about her. There's nothing I wouldn't do to see her smile one more time, to feel her hug one more time, to hear her laugh one more time. One more second is all I'd need. Damn, that's tough. Internet hug. It's strange, but having crushes, I can't remember the last time I knew a girl and just pined for her, just not being able to speak correctly around or to her, fantasizing about the smallest things, just wanting to be around her. I just miss having that kind of innocent, weak in the knees, just sorta desire, and not desire just in the context of sex. I mean just liking somebody so much and wanting so much to tell them, and having real difficulty doing so, and wanting so badly to have them like you back. I miss that feeling. I miss that pull in my heart towards somebody. This is close to mine as well. Remember being in public and walking near someone you thought was cute over and over but not saying anything, just making eyes at each other? That new awareness that, wow, I want to hold hands with this person. I want to be near them. They look so interesting. Or flirting for years with someone in HS. As an adult you still feel that sometimes, but you're jaded about how relationships end. The baggage involved, your life being less stable. That innocent crush feeling gets bogged down by logistics. In high school I wish I actually bothered to get a girl in my life so that I could have the skills necessary for actual relationships, but for some reason I just didn't have the drive or even have a spark with any girl I saw in HS. Now I'm worried everyone will see me as an underdeveloped child. Edit fixed spelling errors. Not what? Who? My lovely friend who was killed. I dream about him a lot and I usually wake up crying as a result. Internet hug. Internet hug. All of my close family being alive. Edit. Wow. Woke up to a lot of love. Thanks everyone. Comma. Damn. Now I'm sad. I miss Brenda. She wasn't into me or anything. She had a boyfriend. But she would talk to me sometimes when we were finished with track practice and I was waiting for the bus and she was waiting for her ride. She talked a mile a minute and said whatever was on her mind. And I found her delightful. We talked to each other at track and cross country meets too. I remember one time we were talking at a cross country meet while it was pouring down rain. And for some reason she hugged me. I don't know why she did it, but it felt wonderful. Sometime during junior year, her boyfriend knocked her up. She finished junior year, took summer school to get enough credits to graduate, and the two of them went off to get married. I never saw her again. Open bracket. Sigh. Everyone has a Brenda. Open bracket. Internet hug. It's weird seeing a lot of the girls I dated or wanted to date getting married and having kids. Like that's supposed to be Emmy in the wedding pic. I'm not serious. But it is really weird that the same person I laughed my ass off with about the dumbest things has their own family, life, children. Feels weird, man. A few friendships and some awesome teachers classes as a result of awesome teachers. Now most of those friendships have splintered into absolute nothingness and most of the cool teachers have retired, moved, or died over the last 5 years. Depressing shit right there. Absolutely nothing. Adulting can be a pain but duck that hellhole. But duck that hellhole, my boy. How straightforward and safe it was. Biggest worry was having bad grades or getting rejected by your crush. Adulthood is like having your blinders removed and realizing you are walking on a narrow edge with chasms at the sides. Stay out of my Reddit history please, unless I've died or something. I just graduated a month ago but I miss some of my friends. I still talk to them, but we're at the point where we're all going separate ways in life. Wait until it's 5 years down the line and a single person you graduated with talks to you sporadically. Graduating class was 125. I mostly stopped existing to 99% of the people I graduated with the next day. 10-year anniversary is gonna be interesting. One of my best decisions was to keep in touch with my 5-6 best friends in high school, regardless of where life took us after graduation. Now that I'm 30, we're all still really tight and most of them stayed local, so we hang often. If you value some of these friendships you made in high school and want to keep in touch, don't let it fizzle out. Nothing. I hated high school. I am glad that shit is over and done with. Same. Hated hearing you can do X when you have your own place. Nope. I miss nothing. Barely had any friends and college is a 1000% improvement. I'd never go back for anything. My metabolism. They used to teach us lobster wasn't always a delicacy. It used to be prison food. Playing N64 for hours every day after school with my friends. Girls not having 9 kids when you ask them out. The ability to be naive about how the world really works. Not being an adult. My HS girlfriend and looking into those beautiful blue eyes. Other than that, nothing. I had fun, but college was infinitely more fun and I was far away from my idiotic parents. Being young. Not a damn thing. Athletics, but I both miss them and glad I'm done with them. Honestly, duck that shit. The only good things are no responsibilities and seeing friends every day. But once you remember the cliques, the bells, the busy work, the teacher who demands that you kiss his ass, and the general drama that accompanies being a teenager, you realize you're glad that that shit is over. The thing I miss the most is being bored. IDK if teenagers currently even have this anymore. 5-6 kids sitting there trying to figure out what to do with themselves. Among our stupid ideas were trying to do skateboard razor scooter tricks into a pool, blowing up a large ant's nest with kerosene, deciding to play 7 minutes in heaven with a definitely inadequate ratio of guys to girls, which led to some hurt feelings. But our collective imaginations got lazier once I got a car and we all just piled in there and loitered at the mall non-stop. Whoa. You made it to the end? You're a ducking beast. I'll cut you a deal. Smash like and subscribe for more curated content, bruh. It's free and that's a great price.